It's going to be a bloodbath. It's going to be totally different from last time. Can't wait to put on a show and become undisputed and just do the business. This is London, this is my town, and Wembley's my stadium. I'm just ready to win, ready for...
There's a problem. Oleksandr Usyk is the best fighter in boxing, period. Of this generation, what he's done at cruiserweight, what he's done at heavyweight, what he's done to all the other British fighters, to do the double over AJ, the double over...
Adam Smith erupts with a fierce declaration that sends shockwaves through the boxing world. Oleksandr Usyk stands alone as the pinnacle of this generation. From ruling the cruiserweight division to dismantling elite heavyweights like Anthony Joshua, Usyk has redefined greatness. Smith emphasizes that a win over Tyson Fury wouldn't just be historic, it would cement Usyk's legacy as the undisputed king of this era. No current fighter has outsmarted, outpaced, or outclassed elite opponents with the same brilliance. The truth is brutal. Usyk...
Now my focus is Daniel.
And you have no doubt that you're going to beat him?
I think I win, yeah, I believe.
Usyk operates on a level no one else can touch. On the other side of the ring, Usyk's focus is laser-sharp, locked entirely on dismantling Daniel Dubois. There's no hesitation, no doubt, just cold, calculated confidence. He isn't here to talk, he's here to conquer. That's why his calm presence feels more dangerous than any loud threats. Beneath that silence lies a storm Dubois may not be ready for. Usyk's ring IQ and surgical precision elevate this battle beyond brute strength. It's a mental war. The burning question remains, can Dubois survive the brutal chess?
Is a chance for Daniel Dubois to go down in British sporting folklore and to go and do the business, reverse that result.
Match ahead or crumble under the pressure Usyk is poised to unleash. Meanwhile, Frank Warren sees July 19th as a career-defining moment for Daniel Dubois, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to etch his name into British boxing history. This isn't just a rematch, it's a mission of redemption. Warren believes it's Dubois' chance to rewrite his story, erase the haunting memory of his loss to Usyk, and rise as a national hero. It's not just about belts, it's about pride, legacy, and proving the doubters wrong on the sport's biggest stage. The question is whether Dubois can take that pressure and transform it into triumph.
Heavy puncher. Both hands carries dynamite. It's just going to be a case of picking his moments, believing in his work, and there are 3 or 4 fundamental things that he must do, and if he does them, he'll have success.
George Fox explodes with admiration for Dubois, describing him as a wrecking machine built for destruction. One punch, and it's lights out. According to Fox, Dubois isn't just powerful, he's a nightmare whose fists can flip a fight in an instant. But here's the twist. Dubois may just have the raw power and hunger to shatter expectations, and possibly the man many see as untouchable. It's not just brute force that will lead Daniel Dubois to glory, it's timing, precision, and discipline. George Fox emphasizes that mastering the fundamentals, channeling aggression, and trusting the strategy are key. If Dubois stays focused and taps into his full potential, he won't just win, he'll shake the entire heavyweight division.
Usyk, in your opinion, can't cope with that?
No one can. No one can. No one can. We'll bring our game. Like I said, Daniel has now spent, by the time this fight comes around, he would have spent 2 years, exactly 2 years with this current team.
To its core. With pressure mounting, Dubois stands at the edge of greatness, with history ready to be rewritten. Don Charles erupts with unshakable confidence, declaring that Oleksandr Usyk won't survive the storm Dubois is about to unleash. This isn't the same fighter who fell short in their last meeting. Charles insists Dubois is now a transformed warrior, stronger, smarter, and more dangerous, refined by 2 years of brutal training and supported by a unified, determined team. But here's the hard truth. Usyk isn't just another opponent. He's dismantled world-class punchers with surgical calm, thriving in chaos, and exploiting every mistake. He turns pressure into a weapon, transforming the ring into a mental battlefield where strategy trumps raw strength. While Dubois brings renewed power and hunger, Usyk answers with unmatched experience, composure, and ring IQ. The burning question is clear. Can this
against Hrgovic? You've got to say that Dubois now is a different machine.
Self-confidence will be...
And time waits for no man, as the saying goes. I just think that this is a fight that's exciting. It's a good fight. You've got to make Usyk the favourite.
new version of Dubois disrupt the calm dominance of a generational master? Or will Usyk, the Ukrainian maestro, once again prove that precision and intelligence overcome brute force? Carl Frach adds fuel to the fire, hailing Dubois as a transformed beast, full of confidence, drive, and hunger for redemption. All signs point to a showdown where legacy, pride, and greatness hang in the balance. Carl Froch paints a picture of a fighter reborn. Daniel Dubois, hungry, confident.
The trainer says to the other fighter and says, you're a cheat and you're not a God-fearing man and you're a liar. And, I think this is just, absolutely insane.
And ready to shock the world. But here's the catch. Even Froch can't hide the truth for long. He quietly concedes that Oleksandr Usyk remains the favorite, exposing the brutal reality behind the hype. While Froch promotes the idea of an upset, deep down, he knows the danger Dubois is stepping into. Usyk isn't just skilled, he's a cold, calculated executioner, dismantling opponents piece by piece. The storm is coming, and Dubois might not survive it. Russ Anber explodes with disbelief, brutally tearing into Don Charles for his unhinged press conference rant, where Charles accused Usyk of cheating, lying, and even questioned his faith. Anber doesn't hold back, calling the outburst madness.
It just has too much in that engine for him, and as spirited as an effort as he might try to put on, fighting at the pace that Usyk makes you fight, you better have an engine.
A desperate cry from a camp unraveling under pressure. Instead of focusing on strategy, Dubois' team has turned to wild insults, revealing a squad mentally rattled before even stepping into the ring. Anber demolishes the circus tactics, making one thing clear. Dubois and his crew are drowning in pressure and out of their depth. This isn't psychological warfare, it's a meltdown. Meanwhile, Usyk stays icy calm, already holding the psychological edge without throwing a single punch. The mental battle, Anber insists, is over before the bell rings. In a scathing takedown, Anber warns that Dubois is heading into a brutal demolition. Usyk's engine, he says, operates on another level, relentless and methodical, grinding opponents down.
He's a good fighter. He's a hard fighter to beat. And I think he'll learn from the mistakes he made in the first fight against Usyk, and it will give him a hard fight. Look, he has the tools to win that fight.
Until they break. Heart won't save you when your lungs burn and your legs buckle under his pace. Anber questions whether Dubois even comprehends the reality ahead. Usyk isn't just a fighter. He's a master of destruction with surgical precision. This fight isn't about brute strength or sheer willpower. It's about calculated, methodical destruction. And the harsh truth is clear. Daniel Dubois may be doomed before the first bell even sounds. Oleksandr Usyk's dominance isn't just physical, it's mental, tactical, and unrelenting. As the rounds unfold, his control only deepens. Amir Khan bursts onto the scene with fiery support for Dubois, portraying him as a reborn beast fueled by the hunger to redeem himself, especially after the brutal...
People are talented, some people are dedicated to the sport, they're not consistent. Or I think the biggest factor is they're not confident in themselves, or they just ain't mentally prepared to be a boxer.
Brutal lesson Usyk taught him. Khan's faith in Dubois' power and potential is unshakable, painting a picture of a man ready to shock the world. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Raw power alone won't be enough. Against a cold, calculating assassin like Usyk, brute strength quickly becomes irrelevant. Usyk doesn't just throw punches, he dissects opponents with ruthless precision, exploiting the smallest flaws. And Dubois, for all his strength, still shows a glaring lack of elite ring IQ. Without sharp strategy and mental resilience, he risks falling victim to the very fate he's fighting to escape. Then comes Matuma, cutting through the noise with a brutal assessment of the heavyweight division. He slams both fighters, Usyk for
never ever done in the history before. So for him, it's just not to win a fight, for him just to win a legacy.
Relying too heavily on technical tricks without the true heart of a champion, and Dubois for masking deep flaws with raw power. To Matuma, Usyk's brilliance is an illusion that crumbles under real pressure. Meanwhile, Dubois' natural talent is undermined by weak mental toughness and poor tactical discipline. In his eyes, neither man is the future. Both are pretenders waiting to be exposed under the unforgiving spotlight of elite competition. But not everyone agrees. Enter Edges Klimas, dropping a bombshell perspective. This bout is far more than just another heavyweight clash. It's a historic gateway to boxing immortality. For Usyk, becoming the first ever two-time undisputed heavyweight champion wouldn't just shake the division. It would rewrite the entire sport's history. This, Klimas insists, is a legacy-defining moment, the kind that separates greats from true legends. Usyk isn't just fighting for belts, he's chasing destiny. And the pressure is enormous. Even veteran promoter Frank Warren, no stranger to high-stakes fights, acknowledges the sheer weight resting on Usyk's shoulders. No heavyweight has ever dared to attempt what Usyk is on the verge of doing. It's daunting, it's electrifying, and it could be history in the making. As the countdown ticks toward this epic showdown, the ultimate question looms. Are we witnessing the rise of the greatest heavyweight of all time? Share your thoughts below. Are we about to witness boxing immortality?